Hey, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'll be answering a question of whether how long will your water damaged phone last, or should you be using a once water damaged phone as your daily driver, and should you trust it? Now, these two questions are some at which a lot of people contemplate, because not everyone can afford to just keep buying phones after their phone gets water damage. Water damage is not covered by any form of warranty. I think Apple Care Plus covers water damage, but not everyone gets Apple Care Plus. So let's say your phone falls in water, gets water damaged. This is highly rare. Well, no, I wouldn't say it's rare, but most phones today are water resistant to a certain extent. So it's the chances are less of the phone getting damaged. The chances are way less of the phone getting damaged, but there are still phones that the waterproofing fails, or lower end phones that do not have waterproofing, or you're using an older phone. So should you use a once water damaged phone that was repaired and now it's working? Now, I already did a video on what you should do if your phone gets water damaged. It's up there, you can go watch it. It covers all the variations of water damage and liquid damage, so you can go watch that. So should you use a phone that's once been water damaged but now is working? Firstly, like I said in that previous video, so if your phone gets water damage, first try and get your data out of it. That's the number one thing. You can replace a phone, but most of your data cannot be replaced, photos, etc., etc. So let's say you get it repaired, blah, 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 and it's working now. Should you trust this phone? Would it break in the future? Because water is a serious thing. The answer to that is, how serious was the water damage? Now, I have two examples here. We have an LG Thrill 4G, which is the American version of the Optimus 3D. We have an iPhone 3G, and we have a Sony Sony M2 Aqua and a BlackBerry Leap. These two are extreme cases of water damage. This one is let's say a medium case of water damage. This one is a somewhat serious case of water damage, but it survived. These two work, these two don't work. Now, I don't use these phones, but for a person who uses a water damaged phone as your daily driver, it depends on how badly it's damaged. Now, you take it to the repair shop and the people are going to tell you how badly it's damaged. And most honest repairmen will tell you, do not trust this phone in the future. The chances are that it'll break. Go home, quickly copy your data onto a flash drive or back it up to your laptop and get a new phone. But that's not always the case. If the phone was taken out of the water quickly and the alcohol solution was used to clean it, the 99% alcohol was used to clean it, and the damage was really quick, and the phone shut off quickly, blah, 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 blah. If that was the case, the phone will last. It was a quick contact with water, and if the phone works and the repair guy or you yourself cleaned it properly and it's a thorough job, the phone will work and you can trust it. But the longer you wait with water damage on your phone, the worse it gets, because it starts corroding. This is why they tell you, don't put phones in rice. Rice does not work. It'll only absorb a bit of moisture. It's not going to do a really good job. The best thing you can do when your phone gets water damage is put it in 99% alcohol. So depends on how badly damaged. You can ask the repair shop, or if you're tech savvy, you'd know that how badly it was water damaged. A mildly water damaged phone, this one's not mild, but it was concentrated to a certain area, the water damage, and the digitizer wasn't working, but I managed to clean it, and this phone works. The battery's just dead. The phone looks like crap that's because of its previous owner not using it. It's held by tape and all that stuff, but it does turn on. You've seen, if you watch my other videos, you've seen this phone. It's my Xperia M2 Aqua. I fixed this phone. The touchscreen wasn't working because of the water damage. This phone still works, the digitizer works, everything works. So mild to medium water damage, I'd say, yeah, you still can trust the phone. Or partial water damage, to point that out as well. But sometimes phones can take heavy water damage, and if they're repaired quickly, like I said earlier, they will survive. Now this BlackBerry also works, also turns on. You've seen the video if you're already on my channel. This thing took quite a serious bit of water damage. There was a lot of corrosion and stuff, but it was only surface corrosion, so I got to it relatively quickly. I bought it from the seller like a day after he had put it up on sale, so I saved it before it could get corroded way more. Now this thing works perfectly. Clean it with alcohol. You can find the video on my channel. Works perfectly. I can't find anything wrong with this phone. So if you, even serious water damage, if you get to it quickly, the phone is gonna be good. Now, if it was a phone that magically, I don't know how, if it was water damage and it sat in a shop or in your cupboard for a long time and it still magically turns on, which is highly unlikely, you do not want to trust that phone because it could go any moment. Now, these two are examples of that. These two were sitting in the repair shop or the seller's eBay page for a really long time. This one is the worst, this Thrill 4G. Resistors started falling off the board. Not even a professional could fix this. Pieces were just falling off. It was just that bad. It was corroded so much on the other side of the board. I'm not going to take this off, but on the other side of the board, it's corroded so bad, pieces started falling off. I'm pretty sure the only thing you'll be able to get out of this phone is probably the two cameras and the memory module to take out the data. That's it. Probably the display is okay too, but corrosion is an understatement. This board was heavily damaged. And it's been left like that for a long time, so the damage was, it corroded over time and made it worse. This 3G also, water damage, the LCD is fine on the inside, just the digitizer is cracked. Severe water damage, parts didn't come flying off, but even if this thing did turn on initially, I wouldn't trust this phone. It's because the water damage is so severe, it could go any moment. So even if by some miracle the phone does turn on and starts working, I wouldn't trust a phone that has been water damaged and then not taken care of for a long time, because that phone will eventually rust in some way. The corrosion will the corrosion will get to it in some way, and it's going to fail with all your data. So data recovery is another price on its own. But like I said, if your phone is mildly to moderately water damaged and you got to it quickly, the phone is okay to use. But if you're really concerned, you use your phone for like stocks, business, really important things that you can't afford to lose, I'd honestly recommend you get a new phone because you don't want to risk it. There could be something that will always break. You never know. So that's basically what I want to say. Mild to medium, cool, it's fine as long as you got to it quickly. Even heavy water damage, I wouldn't recommend using the phone, but still, if you got close to it, if you got to it quickly, got the alcohol in and cleaned it out, maybe good, maybe not. It's 50-50. You really can't tell with water damage, but at the end of the day, it's up to you. Honestly, if you're using your phone for important purposes, and you're doing things on it that cannot be replaced or you can't replicate. Like, for example, you go on a trip, you take photos that are really important, you're not going to take those photos again. I'd honestly not trust a once water damaged phone with that, even mild. It's just a precaution because water damage is always 50-50. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on whether or not you should use a once water damaged phone or a recently water damaged phone or whatever. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope it helped you. Don't forget to hit that like button and check out my channel, and if you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video.